Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Oh man.
Arming weapons.
I better press W to arm my weapons and S to raise my shields for this space combat on Saving Often. Hello everybody, I'm Rick and this is David, and whoa, we're gonna blow stuff up.
This is a little more high octane than I would normally associate with an adventure game, but here we are. I'm enjoying the JPEG contortions going on screen. How do you, like, have a mock battle with giant photon torpedoes?
There's a lot going on here.
I feel like the sort of dogfighting like this feels like it's a little beneath the Federation, but what do I know?
Well, this is the time of the Klingon Wars, so...
Kill him, Rick. Man, they build these ships pretty hardy.
Computer estimates the Enterprise's warp drives have overloaded and exploded.
Not my engine.
It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Oh no, we lost.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
Well, now we gotta hear him gloat.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux V. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
All right.
After humiliating ourselves, it's time to go to the demon planet.
Well, we are here with Star Trek 25th Anniversary, the 1991 combat simulator / point-and-click adventure game starring your favorite characters from Star Trek the original series, all reprising their roles and all pretty clearly here for the payday. This is go ahead.
Rick, you're a big Trekkie fan. I'm more of a Trek poser, faux Trek, if you will. And you're gonna have to be here to explain to me, like, when the Daleks and the Cylons show up. But I'm here for it.
Well, as long as you recognize the Jedi, you'll be okay. Mm-hmm. This game is it's already thrown some shit at us. I have a physical copy of this game that I purchased while David was visiting, actually, from a local game store. So I have the reference card and the manual on the inside, and I will be referring to those because we are strictly professionals here on Saving Often, and we only give you the best. So I've got my reference card here in front of me to give you an idea of what I have to put up with here. I have to press my S key to toggle shields, my O key to go into orbit, my N key to go to navigation, my D key for damage control, E for emergency power, H for hail, T for talk to Spock, C for computer, W for weapons, and my personal favorite. Do you know how you bring up the options, David?
Is it like F12?
No, it's K for Kirk.
Okay.
When I am in combat, I can move around this screen with my mouse. I can left click to fire my fire phasers. I was going to say lasers. Jesus, I'm a fake Star Trek fan too. And right click to fire my photon torpedoes. And there's a little radar screen down here in front of Kirk that was showing me where my opponent is. So it's a little clunky and hard to manage, but hey, it's a DOS game from 1991. We expect no less.
What if you want to talk to somebody who's like not Spock?
Well, you can talk to anybody here by simply clicking on them. For example, we can chat with Uhura.
Orders are to proceed to the Pollux system.
We can chat with Mr. Chekhov. And he will allow us to go to one of these systems, which, that's right, this is the copy protection. I have a star map in my documentation, so I have to find Pollux V, apparently. I have no idea where I just went. I right-clicked. I thought I was going to exit the menu.
I'm excited for...
Oh, no.
Cross the Klingon neutral zone.
Oh, no.
Ship is arming the systems and raising shields.
Damage control standing by, sir.
Message from the Klingon commander, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Enterprise, you are in violation of Klingon space. Your ship is forfeit. Prepare to die.
You should have bought a legitimate copy of the game.
Okay, well, I guess we're fighting Klingons now. This didn't go well in our simulation, so,
I mean, this is just the real deal. What could possibly go wrong?
How far ahead do I have to lead my shots? I feel like actual space combat isn't this difficult.
They have 9,999 more hit points left. Do you suppose they'll actually let you get away with this, or would it be possible to brute force the copy protection?
We're gonna find out. Also, these space battles are very loud. Whoa!
It's a good thing you can't collide in space.
I think they're gone.
Target analysis on.
Oh, I have a target analysis button. Well?
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
Oh, that was my E key.
She can't take it, Captain.
So the E key makes Scotty complain.
She can't take it, Captain.
That's good. This is my D key, which is, what is this? Damage control. What do I want Scotty to concentrate on?
Aye, sir.
Shields? Maybe shields are fine. How about weapons?
Aye, sir. Phasers repaired, Captain.
Ah, okay.
Aye, sir. Torpedoes repaired, Captain.
So, in Trek, when they're doing this, are they, like, physically repairing it? Is they just, like, using the, replicators to fix the materials?
My understanding is that they press a bunch of light up buttons on their light brights, and if that doesn't work, then Scotty goes down with some vague tools and complains about having to do it himself.
Aye, sir. Hull repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Engines repaired, Captain.
Okay, well,
he seemed especially satisfied with that.
I don't know if any of that was necessary, but we did it. So let's see. We were exploring the interface here. I'm just going to keep getting closer and closer to this planet and see if we crash into it. What does Mr. Sulu do for us?
May I respectfully remind the captain that we haven't accomplished our mission, sir.
Ah, he chides us. Okay.
Lawrence Shields, Captain.
Okay, so I can click on him
Raising shields.
to modify shields. Looks like I can click on Kirk to bring up my options. Ah, okay.
Okay, this is very important to this channel.
Yes.
Save new game.
Okay. We have saved.
So out of morbid curiosity, should we beam down to this rando planet and see what further scolding we'll get?
Let's see. Oh, that's the repair menu.
She can't take it, Captain.
That's the emergency. Okay, well...
We got an orbit, don't we?
Weapons.
Oh, yeah, orbit.
May I respectfully remind
Oh,
the
okay.
captain that we haven't accomplished...
Okay, so this is the orbit button. And we cannot do that because he will not let us. Alright, so we need to get to Pollux V, so let's just open up this... Okay, we have 20,
map.
20 possible locations to go to. Let's go to Pollux.
It should be like the fifth planet in that solar system.
It's right here.
We have arrived at Pollux V.
Okay.
Entering standard orbit.
If I was on the Enterprise, I'd feel queasy every time the JPEGs squishes.
Pollux V has recently emerged from an ice age, sir. It's spring at the moment, cool but tolerable. Sensors indicate previously documented flora and fauna. Nothing unusual.
Oh, I can check the computer.
What do you want to ask the computer?
Topic not available, Captain.
USS Enterprise, Federation Constitution class starship, currently commanded by Captain James T. Kirk, on the 4th year of a 5-year mission of exploration. Its first officer is Mr. Spock. Its registration number is NCC 1701.
Kirk would want to just hear that he's the captain.
He would.
Message from High Prelate Robert Angevin, sir.
Welcome, Enterprise. The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
Okay.
Captain, the shields are up.
Oh, of course.
Lawrence Shields, Captain.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Where's the demons?
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
So let's see. How do we interact with this game? Oh, okay. I can right-click for a verb coin.
We get our naked dude interface.
Let's consult our manual. I just like to consult the manual whenever I have a chance.
I mean, you paid for it. You might as well use it.
Might as well. Okay, well, this is you know, very uncommon for adventure games. But we have a talk. We have look. This looks like use, and this is get. Okay.
So, you know, some standard verbs. What about the Enterprise symbol? The Federation symbol. I guess it's your options.
Yeah, these are my options.
Save new game. Cancel. Replace previous game.
Now, I have played the first episode of this game before. Maybe the second, but I don't quite remember. As I recall, each one is set up to basically be like an episode of the show, so a self-contained mission. And you can also go horribly wrong on it, and you can do the wrong thing. So there's some degree of varying paths in this game, which is going to make it pretty interesting to see how we fare.
Are we going to be scored based on how bad we are at Star Trek?
Yes, we are. At the end of each mission, as I recall, the Admiral calls you and tells you how well you did.
Like, why did you kill all those Klingons?
Yeah.
I know we're at war, but, like, you're just kind of exasperating social relations.
You don't have to shoot your lasers, Kirk. Oh, okay, so this gives us an icon. Nom, 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 nom.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more.
Oh, okay, that's choice number 1.
Most High Prelate and Given, I am honored to meet you. I consider it my divine duty to assist you in any possible way with the spawn of the devil. Been seeing ghosts and boogeymen, eh? I find that a little hard to believe.
Okay, so we can take the Charles route here, or we can be more diplomatic or groveling.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise.
So it's like diplomatic, pandering, or renegade.
I find that a little hard to believe. I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see? Demons, gates of hell, this is the 23rd century. Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see?
Do you have any preference for whether we go with good Kirk or bad Kirk?
I feel like that we want to be respectful, but also not necessarily feeding into any delusions here, because it seems pretty likely that the demons are just the native population.
Yeah.
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship capable of destroying this planet with campfire stories? No wonder you were dumped out here in the middle of nowhere. What can you tell me about the mine itself?
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Candray to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Candray was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
High Prelate Angiven waits patiently for you to decide what you will do next.
Oh man, we have an inventory.
We got phasers, we can kill, we can stun.
1 Starfleet Regulation Phaser Type 1, set to stun. 1 Starfleet Regulation Phaser Type 1, set to full power. 1 Starfleet Issue Science Tricorder, a science officer's best friend. 1 Starfleet Issue Medical Tricorder to assure that Starfleet doctors make the correct diagnosis.
Okay, so this is probably our Spock button. This is probably our Dr. McCoy button.
1 Starfleet Issue Communicator to allow landing parties to talk with their shipmates in normal circumstances. 1 Starfleet Issue Medical Kit.
All mining equipment use this road.
A quickly constructed Spartan shelter, primarily used by fledgling colonies. A beautiful snow-covered scene with a path leading off to Mount Idle.
Since we got a line about the ground, should we do any tricorder stuff on the ground to further analyze it?
That seems like a very Star Trek thing to do, actually.
Captain, reading the rocks in this area, I find that this locality may have been disturbed in the distant past. Recent disturbances created by the colonists' construction and mining prevent me from discovering anything further.
They just kept digging too much.
Report, Captain.
Just love rocks.
Nothing to report, Captain.
His blood pressure's up a bit, but he believes he's telling the truth.
Okay. Well, I guess we can we go
Get
inside?
some testimony?
Before we head off to Mount Idle?
I am worried about Brother Chubb. Can you examine him, Doctor?
Brother Chubb.
Why did they name him that?
This man is in no condition to talk. He is too busy consoling the wounded man. He is too busy
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
Should we offer our medical intervention, or would they resent that?
That's a good question. There is an issue with the Prime Directive here. Are we allowed to intervene?
This
Do we
man needs
know?
help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
Do we know? Like, are they colonists of the Federation, or are they like a separate entity?
I don't think that they're of the Federation, no.
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
Okay, so we have our objective.
Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor.
And they're really sci-fi boxes, too.
Mm-hmm.
A majestic view of Mount Idle can be seen through the skylight. A chapel typical of the acolytes of the stars.
I feel like the mountain could resemble the Sierra Mountains just slightly more.
I wish. Klingons! What are they doing here?
You get no response.
Oh no, they killed my red shirt! I was gonna try to reason with them.
You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
Uh-huh.
It's the Klingon's detached hand.
Interesting.
Well, it's mine now.
You take the Klingon's detached hand.
You know...
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea. Kirk out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
It's occurring to me that this is the second adventure game in which we found ourselves the hand in our inventory.
Mm-hmm. And it probably won't be the last.
This hand was taken from the Klingon outside the cave.
Okay,
the air quotes on that.
Yeah, the scare quotes and Spock's note lead me to believe that these are not actually Klingons, but rather perhaps this indigenous alien race can take the form of whatever you fear most.
Can we grab some flowers?
I'm gonna see if I can't. Oh, I can't use inventory on inventory. That sucks.
Doctus cattails are similar to their Terran namesake, except that they are known to cause hives if in contact with flesh for any amount of time.
Okay.
Italian tulips are a perennial flower that survive in almost any climate. The Branzite pod is similar to Terran milkweed, except that the silk pods are in bright iridescent colors. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Yeah, let's use our medical tricorder on these.
This is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
Alright, good to know.
This is definitely not...
Oh, but that one is.
Can I search the body somehow?
You failed to obtain anything.
Guess not.
They look like Klingons. The path is surrounded by some beautiful shrubbery.
Ah, there's our berries.
These seem to be Laraxian berries, Captain. They have several medicinal uses, but Dr. McCoy would know more.
Jim, these are the berries we need to synthesize the hypodetoxin. We must get these to Brother Stephen quickly.
You're going to have to resist the urge to use the Klingon hand to grab things from here on out.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Got your berries.
Nothing happens.
He's the wrong dude.
Jim, these need to be processed first.
Nothing happens.
Which dude?
Good! You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly.
Is that the other building?
Maybe.
The settings on the Ardak 4 have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
You tinker with it, but do nothing significant.
Which machine?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh, it must be this one.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
We must save Chubb. I'm glad our red shirt could take at least one blast before keeling over.
That was good.
Thank you. You're most kind. I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No.
The medical methods of these peoples,
by our standard,
I headed up the party that sought to rescue...
Can you tell us what they look
like? The
demons?
No.
They looked really spooky, like Halloween Town crazy.
I am Brother Stephen, and
Why, Spock,
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. Let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the opportunity, as I thank him for everything in this life.
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself, but I'm eager for knowledge. In return, I will offer you what insights our God grants these old eyes.
Please, get me a demon. I'm fascinated by them.
Alright, well, it sounds like we have to go explore this cave. You know
Hope
what?
the Klingons don't wake up.
Actually, I could try giving him the hand that we picked up.
Could be fruitful.
What a fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it to my workbench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
You can tell that they're primitive because they're still using CRTs.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hand.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
This hand was taken from the Klingon outside the cave.
Okay, so...
We've repaired the hands.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Can we show it to this dude?
See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have.
It's probably going to be handprint key.
Yeah, some kind of biometric scanner. I do like the little touch of whenever you use an inventory item on something, the correct officer moves to make the action. Instead of just Kirk doing everything.
Mine entrance.
Oh.
Nice! Mine entrance.
I'm recognizing actual music from the show. That's fun.
A large pile of rubble blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure. A large metallic door is set in the structure.
Well, Spock, break out the shovels.
Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful use of our phasers from the top down should be able to clear it.
From the top down, huh?
Save new game. Replace...
You gonna collapse it on us?
Captain, the structure is extremely unstable. I would not...
Fine.
Assume firing positions.
Pew pew.
Don't you remember the Prime Directive, Captain?
There is no apparent...
What? Don't shoot rocks that you don't have to?
Captain, the consequences of such actions may be catastrophic.
Okay.
Let's look at this dude.
One of the acolytes who was trapped by the rockfall.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well.
But not dead.
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
Please let me rest here in the demon cave a while.
In the spot where I've been laying unconscious, probably dying for who knows how long.
Oh, thank
you. Okay, well.
That's going to give us at least, 2 points with the Admiral, unless she's going to, shide us for violating the Prime Directive.
A large metallic door is set in the structure.
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of.
Well.
How many alien races could there be?
Let me try it. I think I was shocked, sir.
You're not sure. Well, let's use our hand.
The hand's circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens.
Radical.
Nice.
It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art.
Really?
Many alien machines fill the room.
These valves also seem highly artistic.
This appears to control some unusual security equipment. This floor contains conduits for conducting geothermal energy.
Of obvious religious significance.
It looks like a control panel with slide switches.
This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment. This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux V. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel.
Well, that's significant.
Can I come this way? Doesn't look like it.
Can we, position the Enterprise to make a faux lunar eclipse?
That's an interesting idea.
Nothing to report, Captain.
I guess not.
Well.
Maybe, judging by the shadow, half of that, and...
Well, also the shading on this machine suggests that that's the dark part is just an external shadow as opposed to part of the diagram, maybe?
So this would be more accurate because that's the full thing. This is half, and that looks like 1/6.
Possibly a quarter. Or a little under, but...
Nothing happens.
Oh,
wonderful.
Or I'm just wrong.
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it.
Unless there's simply something else that needs to be done in addition to this panel being set correctly.
Mm-hmm. And we can't access our inventory from this screen, I assume.
No.
Nothing happens.
No, we cannot.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Oops.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
This alien construction takes readings of
Oh, it doesn't matter which tricorder I use, apparently.
It detects like how scared you are.
Oh, you know what? I should.
It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal.
Interesting.
Still waiting for that eclipse, huh?
Do I have any means of... I don't think I have any means of transporting back up.
Nothing to report, Captain.
That just speaks with Uhura. Maybe my crewmates have some ideas.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
I wonder who or what constructed all this.
You get no response.
I'm just a security officer, sir.
I'm just here to die at your convenience.
Unless I'm doing the puzzle wrong. I guess I can try doing it like I had it before.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Maybe the opposite way? Oh, interesting.
It seems to not care which direction it is.
Uh-huh.
So I guess the question is, like, which half is it, or does it even matter?
Nothing happens. It appears to be an abstract. This appears to control some unusual security.
I don't suppose we can learn anything by going back. But maybe there's new dialogue with the guy that had been trapped.
They gave me this moon creation kit before I was trampled by rocks.
Well, he's not in there.
Maybe he prefers the lab.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
Nothing to report, Captain.
So, do you think that the ground out here is connected to the floor of the cave in some way, since they both have some sort of, like, biotechnological
You
property?
failed to obtain anything.
Oh no, good question.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Trying to see if there's any way that I can beam up.
Kirk, you're starting to come off as needy.
Because you're right, it seems like we have to...
Like, it's at least wanting to detect that there is a eclipse occurring.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to use the hand on the controls, otherwise it's not going to register.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Many alien machines fill the room.
The worst part for me is that the ambient sounds go away. It just seems to further highlight our incompetence.
Nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for me to...
Well, the only other combination I can think of is if we are supposed to treat the yellow sun as being at half.
But even then, where do you place the
remaining ones? Like, I feel like this should be a little bit more intuitive in terms of like what goes what, if it does matter, whether it's up or down.
Nothing happens.
And Kirk's not really willing to fiddle with any of the other machines.
No.
Like, it's pretty clear that whatever life forms are in suspended animation right now did so because of the ice age that was endured, and the fear-based security guards are here just to keep them safe.
What could we possibly be missing aside from just having to fiddle with that control panel?
I mean, maybe we're like thinking about the controls in the wrong way. Like, we've been trying to look at it in terms of like having the shapes filled to a certain degree. Maybe we're supposed to be thinking about it more in terms of their energy level or something like that. Like, it seems like at least on the surface, it seems like a very like visually oriented puzzle, but nothing we've tried so far seems to work.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal.
Can we try the minimum amount of light? Since it seems like that's going to at least be in the middle with all of these.
Like so? Is that what you mean?
Try like the minimum amount of red as well, just because like we have to like dial them in to even reach that, and it seems like a little bit fussier than the other options. We can try both if this doesn't do anything. I think that puzzle's dumb.
Thank you for repairing our somnambutron.
Somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory.
What?
Kirk!
I have a lot of feelings right now. Okay, first and foremost, what the hell was that puzzle? Second off, Kirk.
I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from? We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop. I welcome you on behalf...
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
You just woke up. How do you know about that?
Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, whoa! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
Well, time to leave. We're done here. What is the key? The hand?
Good question.
Nothing happens.
He's unimpressed.
This life form appears to be intelligent, a new sentient race. There appears to be a resemblance between it and the Celotis, although the present forms are quite small and definitely non-sentient. This life form appears...
Have you found the key?
Could you maybe give us a descriptor of the key?
The alien emerged from this metal chamber.
This seems to be a cryogenic suspension chamber, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
This alien was just, popped out of cryostasis, ready to give us all the exposition.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and somehow knew about every form of life and what they feared most, despite being in stasis.
Do you suppose, the locals here will be happy about their new neighbors?
Not sure. But I'm wondering if the key is one of these.
Seems like it'd be reasonable.
I never dreamed that stop.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells.
A very encrusted twist of metal.
The glass case is locked.
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile of... Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens, meteorite, fossil shells, skull of a small alien animal, twist of metal? This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into mineral specimen, or would you rather move on to something else? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
I'm going to start having conversations like that. Just offer up my points of interest. Would you like to discuss Elden Ring, Final Fantasy XIV,
Amiibo, guitar,
adventure games? Or would you like to terminate this conversation?
I gotta assume it's this twist of metal.
That would make the most sense. That's the most key-like thing. Sir, I am taking your treasure.
An old corroded twist of metal.
Can we restore it somehow?
A glass-fronted display of minerals.
Actually, I want to try... Hey, interface. I want to try...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I can't put it back? I guess I can't even use my inventory on this. I was going to try using the tricorder on it.
I would suggest trying to use the twisted metal in either of the machines here to see if it'll let us restore it.
I read a collection of small items of no evident value. A manufactured vanadium tungsten alloy of considerable age and indeterminate use.
So I can use tricorders on things.
You tinker with it, but do nothing significant. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Okay, and then let's just bring it to
Nothing
the
happens.
praying mantis guy, the
You
Nalian,
tinker
the
with it, but do
Nalian.
nothing significant.
And he's gonna be like, "Oh, it's the key, but it's so useless and bad now. Our species is doomed. You get a bad grade."
What have you done with my key? It was the only one that I had, and you ruined it.
It's gonna turn out it's the cat skull the entire time.
Hey, pal, is this your junk?
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your Federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
He said the thing.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Now, the bad news for these guys is that they're not easy to do for a makeup artist, so they're not going to show up again.
They require more than a forehead prosthetic, so...
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux V and evaluate your performance at 94%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
We did it!
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have
I'm
demons of
disappointed.
our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears. Hijack.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Myamed. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Set course for Beta Myamed, sir.
So, that's the first episode down of Star Trek 25th Anniversary. It's about as engaging as an episode of the original series.
Which, you know, it's charming. So it's gonna be a little kludgy.
And I say that with all of the baggage that I intended it to sound like I said it with. I am a big Star Trek fan, but the original series is not among my favorites. I'm a Deep Space Nine guy myself, and TNG to a lesser extent, but you know, TOS is still fine, and this was fine.
It took a while for the franchise to hit its stride and then tumble down the stairs.
Yeah, I would have been happier if the climactic puzzle wasn't a bunch of levers that didn't seem to make any sense. I'd love to know what the rationale behind that puzzle is. There has to be something, right? I mean, it seemed... Were we overthinking it? Were we just supposed to turn the machine off? Is that all it was?
It might be something like that. If we'd had a bit more conveyance from the text about like how it might operate, because like it didn't feel like that we needed to physically do something with the actual light from space. But no, that was not it.
That wasn't it at all. Yeah, well, very interesting nonetheless. Hope that you'll still join us next week for Hijacked.
We've got more photon torpedoes.
Yeah, we have more photon torpedoes. Maybe there'll be more space battles. This was fine. I'm a little down on it so far, but it's fine. I like the trappings of Star Trek in general here. I like the use of the tricorders to examine things and get more information. It's good. It's early 90s point-and-click Star Trek, so looking forward to more.
And the computers here are less irritating in their soundscape than the pigs with jetpacks.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, anyway, thank you for joining us. Remember to save early and save often. Hope you'll come back next week for episode 2 of Star Trek 25th Anniversary, Hijacked. Until then, please take care of yourselves.
See you then.